Welcome to this Astro Mindfulness. This is for the Decan of Aquarius 2 for Astro Sphere Kairos, and I'm Sonia from Celestial Astrology. If you find this helpful, please remember to like, subscribe, and do comment on your experience of this Decan. This Astro Mindfulness is useful for you, whether you're listening to it at the time of the full or a new moon, or whether you've got placements in this Decan, especially your sun, moon, rising, or any of your angles, the ascendant, descendant, IC or MC, and also if Saturn is your Lord of the Year or rules your solar return. I hope you find this helpful. Aquarius is ruled by Saturn, but the Decan has a double rulership by Mercury. Mercury can appear to us in many guises, as the messenger, the herald, the psychopomp, the magician, the master of commerce, the traveller. We hope to meet Mercury in one of his guises during this meditation. So I ask you to settle. Make yourself comfortable. You may decide to sit, lie down, or walk while you do this meditation, whatever works best for you. Allow yourself to settle into the stillness of the present moment. You may wish to close your eyes or just rest your gaze gently downwards. Bring your attention to the rhythm of your breath as it moves in and out. Like a tide, ebbing and flowing. Maybe it pauses before you breathe out. Feel your body where it touches the earth. If you're sitting or lying, there will be multiple points of contact. But most likely your feet may be in connection with the earth or the floor beneath you. Reflect on how the earth sustains us all through our lives, providing support. As you breathe, imagine some of your breath directed down through your feet into the earth. And as you breathe out, allow attention to release down into the earth as you send roots growing down. And when you feel ready, as you breathe in, breathe up fresh, new energy from the earth that sustained us as it did our ancestors. It holds memories from thousands of years back, stories we don't remember in our conscious memory. But breathe up sustaining fresh energy and allow your tension to be released with every out-breath down into those roots. And bring your attention back to the rhythm of your breath and the sensations of your body as the air moves through. Maybe reflect on how it can be like water, like a tide ebbing and flowing. Notice all the places where you feel the breath in your body. Maybe it's your nostrils when it first enters, the roof of your mouth or the back of your throat. Your chest, your lungs, your heart center, or further down your diaphragm or your stomach. Bring your attention now to the area where you feel that breath most intensely. In mindfulness, we call this place your mindful anchor. The more you practice breathing into your mindful anchor, the more you'll be able to access relaxation at any time in your week. Just take a few moments to breathe into your mindful anchor, and your body will take care of the rest. As you breathe into your mindful anchor, reflect on Aquarius as fixed air, holding space for thought, for truth, and for silence. all shimmering, suspended in the air. Take a moment to think about the sky, how vast it can be. There above us, spacious. And yet clouds drift across it, just like our thoughts that can interrupt us and wander. Allow any thoughts that come to you. Notice them and allow them to pass just like a cloud drifting. And then return back to your mindful anchor whenever the mind wants to wander. And know that this is normal. This is mindfulness practice. As you breathe into your mindful anchor, join me in a visualization. You're somewhere very green. It's daylight, but you see yourself walking towards a bridge that's coming into view. Can you see its pale stone, its sweeping archways, and the deep silvery waters that it crosses? This is known as the Bridge of Sighs. It can be a passageway between two inner realms. What might it represent for you? As you reach the bridge, the green behind you is the world of what you've known. The beliefs, the mental structures, the stories, and the frameworks that you've relied on. Ahead of you, not yet fully in view, is a world unknown. One of expanded perception, nuance, and quiet knowing. You take your first steps onto the bridge. How does it feel underfoot? You gaze into the water and see your reflection. The water below is still, dark, and reflective. Do you see anything in the water? It tells you more about the place you are leaving, or the place where you're heading. Allow your breath and your mindful anchor to be your guide. Eventually you realize that you're halfway across, and you pause. At this halfway point in a liminal place, gaze to your left, to this realm that you're leaving. You might ask yourself, what thought patterns or mental habits have become too rigid and too narrow? Maybe an image surfaces in the water to help you. Maybe you hear an answer. What truths have grown too heavy to carry? Then look to your right, the emerging realm that you're heading towards. And ask, what kind of mind is calling me now? What insight is just beyond the edge of comprehension? Can you get any sense of it? This is the place of Aquarius 2, the threshold between comprehension and vision. Stay here for a moment, breathing into your mindful anchor, listening and watching the water. As you feel yourself in a trance, the bridge seems to dissolve. You don't know if this is real or not, but you find yourself suspended in the air. Totally supported, you're not scared. You're enjoying this sensation of flying. You're looking down on the bridge and the water, and you can see yourself as a figure on the bridge. It's shimmery and otherworldly looking. You find yourself surrounded by glinting currents of thought, like translucent ribbons that you can reach out and almost touch. You reflect on how this feels like fixed air. It's not gusting wind, but you know you're in the firmament of thought. It's enduring, intelligent and unshaken. You sense that you're inside the architecture of awareness, a container, a place where innovative thought can arise. You realize that you've become the witness or the observer of your mind, almost as if you were in a higher altitude. You see your ideas arise and pass. You're not attached to them. You can see your previous assumptions and watch them as they unspool. You're not attached to them either. You can see new connections come into being, glimmer, and then fade. Aquarius 2 is not rushing to conclusions. It is holding the paradox. It is listening beyond the obvious. Insights are not being forced here. They're being received through patience, open-mindedness, and the space, the vast space that you find yourself in. And in this place, as you know that you're hovering now between the two realms that you're travelling between, but also the realm of the air and the water and the bridge, you realise that a flicker appears in the air before you, and there's a figure. And then you feel an unmistakable presence. You just know to be Mercury, the guide of these liminal spaces, the messenger between these realms. How do they appear to you? Maybe winged or cloaked or shimmering. Just light. Whatever shape meets your inner eye. You're not likely to hear loud declarations, but you may receive symbols, glances, gestures. You're likely to feel them communicating insight without words. And maybe they even extend a hand, and you see in their palm a gift, a symbolic object just for you. From this place, something that's going to support your movement between knowing and not knowing. Maybe it's a key to unlock perception, a mirror to reflect your thoughts truthfully, a feather to remind you of lightness in thought, a coin that grounds you and symbolises choice and curiosity. Maybe it's a secret third thing, something only you and they recognise. Receive it with gratitude. Hold it and feel its lightness. And reflect now on what this symbol is showing you about your mind, your journey, and the insights that you're going to gain in this place. Allow Mercury's message to just land in your awareness. There's no need to force it. If it doesn't arrive now, know that it will. Maybe while you're doing a mundane task or in your dreams, some other time it will arrive when the time is right. Thank Mercury as they smile, dissolve or drift into the air, but you feel that you've gained wisdom. That it's woven now into your thoughts as you breathe it in. As you look down on the bridge, you see it becoming more solid again. You feel that connection of your feet with the bridge. You find yourself walking again. You look down at your hand and you still have Mercury's symbol with you. It did happen. This will be a compass forward. As you reach the new realm, when you get there, it will be the shore of clarity, nuance and complexity. Maybe you feel now that you've understood that your mind is a bridge and not a wall. That thoughts can also hold mysteries, and that not all answers need to arrive at once. As you breathe in, know that your mind is a bridge and not a wall. And as you breathe out, know that you are no longer trapped in the rigid. As you breathe in, know that thought can hold mystery. And as you breathe out, know that you are not lost in the formless. As you breathe in, know that not all answers need to arrive at once. And as you breathe out, know that you are the bridge between the fixed air, the silent perception, the poised intelligence. As you finish your journey across the bridge, reflect on what the two realms represent for you in your real life, or what you would like them to represent for you. What you might like to travel away from and towards. And when you're ready to finish your journey, take the final steps into the new realm. How does it look? What is the terrain there? Do your senses see, smell, hear, taste, touch? How real does it look for you? Enjoy exploring this new realm that you've created and reached. And when you're ready, prepare to return gently to your body and the room that you're in. Connect again with the floor beneath you. Stretch out your hands and wiggle your fingers. Stretch your legs and move your toes. Bring to mind the symbol again that Mercury gave you. Hold it inwardly with reverence. Maybe make a note of it if you journal. When you're ready, open your eyes. You'll find in the show notes that there'll be some additional journal prompts if you want to use them. Thank you for joining me.